Hello, everybody. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I just wanted to take a second to talk about a few things that I've been noticing, especially some things in the media that really just are quite moronic to me. But first thing is, what I wanted to say is before any of this stuff had recently that had just happened in the media, I noticed a couple of influencers coming out calling the LGBTQ names. They were calling them names. I believe Clandis Owens and a couple other people were talking about how the LGBTQT are evil. They keep talking about they're true Jesus Christians and that the LGBTQT are evil and they're against God and all this other stuff and that God hates them. Well, here's the thing, and I keep bringing this up, that if you really pay attention, they're not concerned about God or Jesus or any of those things. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times in Christianity and or Judaism or other religions, um, the mainstream empires of those religions, what they're trying to do is hurt people and create institutions where they're on top. So the thing is, Candace Owens got on here with Don Lemon calling gay people all types of names. She got on here talking about how they're this and that, and abominations and all this stuff. Then Candace Owens decided to say that we should say the FAGGOT word, disclaimer. And when she did that, she said that the word was originally meant to be a pile of sticks, and people took it out of context, and we should be able to say it in a sentence. So first of all, nobody's running around talking about piles of sticks. I find it interesting that people use that word infinitely more than talking about piles of sticks. So then I thought to myself, okay, so Candace Owens is coming out here talking about how we should be able to use that word. So I said, okay, what if a whole bunch of people of Hispanic descent came out and Caucasians came out saying, oh, Negro, Negro, that word means black. It means black. You guys took it out of context and we should be able to say it again. Negro, black, Negro, black. What would she be able to do to stop that? She wouldn't try to stop that because the woman, I have no problem with interracial marriages, but the woman, Candace Owens, goes out here and lives in some little pretty little house and castle or whatever she does, and then she runs her fucking mouth on the sound waves. And then what she does is she sends psychopaths and legions of moronic, idiotic, religious psychopaths who believe they're political, just like the Hodge twins, the Dodge twins, just like Terrence K. Williams or something like that, Terrell K. Williams, whatever his name is, running out here, running their mouth. So then, what I thought was interesting, cause and effect, because they took it away real quick. When I was listening to news about all this foolishness about what just happened to Trump, I said to myself, okay, they tried to say that the man that did this was a trans man. But if that's the truth, correlation, cause and effect, you guys keep talking about liberal media, but the right-wing media has been attacking people of color, immigrants, and homosexuals for the last I don't know how long. People are coming out talking about, oh, Trump is a victim of false media. If you believe that false media started at Trump, you might be mentally ill. I am being dead serious. You are suffering from extreme cognitive dissonance. Anybody that believes that. Trump started all this creepy Joe, sleepy Joe, peepy Joe. He starts all these movements. Obama's birth certificate wasn't real. Obama, he's a Middle Eastern blah, blah, blah. You guys say you want the world changed and you don't believe in racism, right? Obama gave cell phones. He gave all this, he gave cell phones. He gave health care to everybody that could afford it. Oh, y'all love that movie John Q with Denzel Washington. But when Obama tries to come and help everybody with health care, Obamacare, why do y'all hate health care all of a sudden? Then nobody care nothing about, man, I'm not finna keep playing with people. So then, what makes it even funnier, I watched the clip. He does this, and the ear looks fine. No blood, nothing. Then when he goes down and people are all around him, surrounding him, there's blood all over his hands. Do you all not understand how forensics works? If that man would have got hit on his ear, there would have been blood on his face everywhere. He would have flinched. It wouldn't have been a... Okay, so an adrenaline rush is when you're already in the adrenaline, so you're already fighting in fight or flight. This man was comfortably on the stage and does this. Are you kidding me? The initial pain and shock from that would have sent him like, ooh, and he would have dropped like a nut. This is all buffoonery. I don't know who's playing, who's doing this type of sick sadistic stuff, but it ends here. And then, oh, HIPAA violations. Oh, we can't give out patients' information, their life, their diagnosis, anything. Next thing I hear, this dude's all over the news talking about he was this affiliation, that affiliation because of the federal public records or because of the federal records, and he donated money here and there and all this stuff. How do people know that stuff? Y'all have all these fervent laws for these rich people in these medical institutions, but the public, y'all could tell the person's parents, you know what's finna happen to this person's parents? They finna attack them like dogs now. Oh, y'all was quick to say, oh, he might be trans or he might be Democrat or all this other stuff. Then when y'all find out he's Republican, oh, I couldn't believe I heard this one. He was a perfect little angel that we don't know what's wrong, and he got denied from rifle school, so then he missed with a rifle. What? 6 shots with a scope. So, okay. As I'm telling y'all, the news is playing a dangerous game. And I would that all of you all stop watching the news and get involved with politics. A very dangerous game. They'll look, because everything's a conspiracy. Then when this happens, that don't make no literal truth. Oh, conspiracies aren't real. It was real. The people they were interviewing on the news after this incident had happened sounded like pure buffoons from a trailer park. Like literal paid dumbasses. And what I really don't get is how after this happens, the dude's fist pump. If you pay attention to the initial video, first he does this and there's no blood. Nowhere on his hands or anywhere. Then he gets to the ground, there's blood everywhere, all on his ear. And after you don't know how many people are out there trying to do this to you. In real situations, they tackle somebody and keep this person shielded. This dude's doing this, talking about my shoe. But at first he did this. So help me, the dude did this at first, and then he did this. So, I cause and effect. You got all these right-wing media people screaming and hollering, talking about African Americans, talking about the homosexual community, talking about all these people, calling them evils and devils and all this stuff. And now look at the circus that's emerging. But nobody wants to listen to logic and truth. They all want to play in the rabbit hole. I witnessed a man one time from my own eyes and ears talk about the reason he got arrested, because when he was in the courthouse and dealing with all this stuff, he was talking about the white woman got the children and she's trying to blah 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 and they're trying to kill. He's talking crazy. And when they asked him where he got this from, he said social media and YouTube. So y'all keep talking about the CCP and Russia mediating between their news and all this other stuff. Are y'all void of understanding? America does it. They destroy the people who try to help, and then they put some type of circus narrative on the news, and then everybody's going crazy. Why would you let this woman with 2 million subscribers get out here calling gay people the devil? Get out here talking about African Americans don't got sense. And y'all think people just gonna sit back and keep taking that? I don't understand. And then when people try to come out with truth, y'all send the religious nuts at them. Oh, the Lord Jesus Christ. No, that's not how it works. People are inflamed. They're infuriated. They're tired of being stepped on. And now people are exploding, acting nut. People are like, we can't understand why this happened. What are y'all talking about? When you're poor, when you're at the bottom, you see why people do stuff like this. The rich run around in their little mansions. Oh, the poor never have to. The poor are so ignorant, and these homeless don't want to get up and do anything. You put them in a stressful environment and see what they start to do. See what they do to survive. And then nobody wants to hear it or listen to the truth. They want to hear all these inflaming news media stations keep talking further and further stupid. Biden can't even talk straight anymore. This dude's on the podium talking about the ballot box. Oh, he on the news talking silly, just blubbering at the mouth. But nobody's like, oh, we should probably step in, intermediate. Let Kamala step up. No, they want inflammatory stuff to keep further destroying humanity for no reason. And so, soon as because I keep telling people, I am who I am. I am that which is. So, you all do it to yourselves. Can't spend money. I looked at how much y'all spent on these reparations. 474 million Americans Each got, because they're talking about up to 500 per child. No, 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 no. They was giving 2,500 per child, up to 1,200 per child, depending on the situation and circumstances. I got like 4 or 5 racks at the same time. Then I got my tax return at the same time because it took me almost a year to get it. Because as I've told you all, they keep auditing me because they don't believe that me and my children, a man can have his children. But oh, these people running out here acting a nut, doing whatever they will, whenever they will, and nobody seems to care. So keep oppressing. People are like the system's combusting, and now everybody wants to go towards tech. Imagine this. Now they're trying to say AI is evil. Are you all not hearing this? But if AI is evil, mankind's been using AI for I don't know how long. They're lying to you all about what AI really is. All these automated systems and all this, that's AI. It's a computer picking which phrases and stuff to use. It's the same as now, but they're trying to make it pretty with all these images, and they're stealing people's images off of online and creating all type of new buffoonery. Half these influencers are AI. I'm telling you all they are. And then I looked at like the Hodge twins, bro. His agent is Russian or from the UK or Polish or something. And they're creating all this inflammatory media towards African Americans. And then what they'll do is they'll get on the news and say Russian collusion, but it's Polish and UK. It's like a big tornado trying to destroy people who are of the minority faction. Whether you're poor, whether you're gay, whether you're African American, Hispanic, they have tried to tear Hispanics down in this country. Now they got Hispanics talking about we don't like immigration and keep the. I'm telling you all, they're trying to transmute and create new humanities that hate their own culture. And when people can't take it anymore, they're erupting. I'm telling you they are. And there are good things in psychological health care and psych care. But they are using philosophy, psychology, and religion to enslave people. If you're not the perfect Christian, they call you evil. If you have imaginations and a beautiful mind, they call you schizo. If you don't fall in line with their philosophy and say that the Greeks were the best, then they will call you names. I'm telling you. Then they put random they'll have a gay person in the community or an African American or a Hispanic person saying, yeah, we're pro-America, we love America. While the whole rest of the other faction of people, like orcs and blood elves and Tauren, are treated like garbage. The way people, y'all will say, okay, Elon Musk, bro, it's a wrap. This dude will put all over social media and on X. I see Alex Jones talking on his site. Even Alex Jones is tired of Trump. That's funny. Alex Jones is all over social media after the dumb stuff he done said about Africans and the African American community and the stuff. He said a massacre wasn't real. Then after having to pay all this money back for the people he injured for his stupidity, now he's on X running his mouth again. Meanwhile, okay, X is perpetuating all this Jewish bullshit and this culture vulture crap. But then, if you put their very own scriptures on there, synagogue of Satan and all this other stuff, you're wrong. Are you kidding me? Nah, bro, it's a wrap. So, Juannie, Juan Jr., coming on behalf of Juan Jr., is finna show people that I am tired of playing games, right? So I'm gonna keep running my mouth, talking my shit, and I'm gonna keep exposing all these buffoons, these morons that are trying to leave us for dead. It's hot in my house. I mean, it's cold in my house and hot out here. But basically, what I'm trying to tell y'all is a man that might be partially of Jewish descent is trying to warn you all that culture vultures are stealing people's humanity, stealing people's birthrights, which is to be free, and then creating a religion around it. So, what I do, go find a bunch of license-free music on YouTube, whether it be metal, whether it be rap, whether it be any of that stuff. Find what you gotta find. Let me go ahead before I get this going. Find what you gotta find that's for you, and sing on top of it, scream on top of it. Do what you gotta do. Who cares? You find a license-free song on YouTube, and you want to make music on top of it, do what you gonna do. What they gonna do? Say you stole? It said license free, copyright free. So I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with giving original credit to the original whoever making the song or whatever, but whatever. Because I'm trying to explain, like, if copyright is real, then all of England and everybody else harboring a man named Prester John or John the Baptist, not anybody else on this planet Earth who doesn't like shout outs and anybody else who wants to claim they're for Jesus and God and give all the everything else, but don't believe. So I ride along. Anybody that would like to stand behind me, the stone, come along. Because I'm tired of people playing with magical resurrection magic stories. But then when I come with the truth, people try to block me, hide me, and lie. I'm sick of this. So, like I said, I am who I am. I am sent me. I am the one who frees from the bondage of Egypt, from the peril of slavery. You are to have no gods before who I am. Go learn the 10 Commandments and learn the rest. You know what I mean? Because everything else is bullshit. A man can only learn from his perspective. A woman can only learn from her perspective. Everybody that keeps saying women are gods, keep trying to tell y'all a woman can't do nothing without a man. Anybody that wants to say, oh, man is the ultimate, that's to rule over his wife, he can't do nothing without his wife. Or his woman, whatever you want to call it. Unless they want to start to play with life and get technological and advanced and start to play with certain things. But one thing they're forgetting, one thing they're not telling the truth about, is even if you pull DNA, it's already been created by the mother and father. So the genetic material of whatever a person is cloning or creating has already been inseminated by mother and father. So you're not creating life, you're copying it. You will never be that which I am. And who I am will always be more powerful than these buffoons that try me. So, I will never understand how a man just got an attempt on his life and then run out in the streets and like, unless he's trying to copy something or be funny. But the irony of that is, I am that which always has the last laugh. So, you left-wingists on the same bird of the right-wingists, this racist, buffoonic, propagandic media that tries to destroy the world, you're all going to crash eventually, because what's happening is, what you're doing is you're destroying people through their hearts with programming, and then they go live it out. And then when you have a whole bunch of morons trying to live out the same thing y'all perpetuated, then you want to get on the news and say, why is it happening? Why is it happening? Left, right. This side's crazy, that side's crazy. No. Y'all tried to fuck with something y'all didn't understand. And now y'all are going crazy. Right? And don't y'all say Egypt is evil. Egypt is evil. Tap dance for master. Christians, tap dance for master. Egypt is evil. So funny. What's in Egypt? What's a Nubia? What's a Nab Playa? Jay's RPG. So, let's continue moving forward. All who would like to mock me and make a mockery of me, a bunch of my people are awake now. Oh, and they are tearing the media apart. But at the same time, we do nothing but follow the covenant that I put everywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet. So people will be like, African Americans want our kingdom. You want your kingdom? Go research what happens when we build kingdoms. Yeah. Right? Because y'all are making it seem like the Dark Knight's the good guy. But why is he called the Dark Knights? Does he sit on his couch and wait for Jehoshaphat Christ to show up? Right. The Black Panther. Y'all love that one. Luther, Lex, the new one that came out. The African American guy on Netflix that fought crime using technology and his dark side. Right. They love the stories but hate the truth because most of them are demons and villains. But anybody who is understanding and watching, I am sure you are an angel and carrying out loving words and just observing how stupid influencers are and what happens when they play with fire. And until the Ark of the Covenant is put back where it needs to be, mankind will still act stupid and pretend to be able to see. So, I just try to speak to people to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to educate people and get people to learn. If anybody's got questions, con go. Con go. Even crazier thing is Ghana, con go, and Ghana. Johnnin. Yo, Hanan. But I just hope everybody having a good day, you know what I mean? Because I love giving a piece of my heart, you know what I mean? Because what can I reveal that isn't already known? But when the clouds are blinded, nobody wants to connect with the source. So I guess we could just keep playing with the, hey, you guys got the new Prester packs? You got the new Prester packs? I got the new Gawkazard. You got the new Hawk 2 Yazard? Let's trade. Goofy ass motherfuckers. So, you know what I mean? Life is actually pretty funny when you just sit back and watch and just observe. The Hodge twins initiate all kinds of wars, and the Clandis Owens initiates all kinds of wars. Y'all got any more KFC for the Super Mario bucket of chicken eating Terrell K. Williams yet? Terrence K. Williams, whatever his name is. Masters Williams. Goofy. I just love it. Because even as I tell my African Americans, you pro pro slay them alls from the Lord of the Rings. Y'all gotta chill, man. Because y'all don't understand the idea of metaphorical warfare. Am I a general? Am I creating war? Have I not been bound to my couch? But at the same time, ooh, the word and spirit is strong. So I try to tell people, peace and love, happiness, mercy. Because Clandis Owens keep going around telling gay people that they're F words and all this other stuff. Wee. And you Hodge twins, y'all gonna hyperdrive right into some buffoonery. You keep it up. So, I love all my people. I love people. I love people that don't cause harm and follow the righteous laws. Like let people live their life. What was at the beginning of that book in the first place? Live their life and enjoy it and enjoy everything they got. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people got and they don't think they got enough, and then they like to got other people, and then they get the fuck out. If you catch my drift. So you know what I mean? It's a lovely day. Feel the breeze blowing, but this stuff that's going on, because what really infuriates me about this Trump story and this whole foolishness that's going on, the way y'all was able to put this other man's information all over the media. So back in the day, they had something called internal investigations, and then the people would investigate it, and then they would get all the information, and the news wouldn't run their freaking mouth. Now, the dude's whole family's on blast under a spotlight. All his medical information, his financial information, who he federally donated to, what faction he's in, and his voter cards and all this other stuff. What the fuck? But then for the rich, y'all have HIPAA violations and all this other stuff. Can't even blink at a customer wrong, consumer wrong. Then you got the Hodge dummies calling people with stigmatisms and deformities names. Oh my goodness, boy, you too, you. Oh my goodness, that's yittity. What Pop say? Yittity. Whoopsies. Somebody done been uppercut through the ceiling. You done fucked up Paul's house. That great mansion in the sky. Because let me tell y'all something. Y'all gon' I don't. Okay, so we were dealing with Terrence Howard and 1 times 1 isn't 2. Let's deal with some of these influencers who are red, white, and blue. Some of the ones who are so red that they can't figure out why they're spiritually dead. They can't figure out a simple chemical equation and wonder why people don't like Africans and Asians. But then you got the blues. Oh, they'll sing for yous. They'll bring you Zen by the twos. They'll have a whole black family and say, you ain't me, then you ain't part of the family. If it ain't purebred, we want you dead. Right? Ain't that blah, 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 blah. Or you can be whatever you want. But if you don't advocate for us, pew, pew. What is wrong with people? Y'all can't sit on a fucking couch or somewhere and listen to some music and enjoy your life. No, we're oppressed. Ding. Makes sense? How is Trump? I heard people say Trump most identifies with Africa's Americas now because he's had, they call him They call him Trump Pac. But where's Pac? Where's Pac's adversary? Oh, he's got all these charges, so charges. He out there, but ain't spent ain't spent the week in fucking jail. Had all type of lawyers to keep him from seeing any type of retribution or punishment, and can't be touched, right? But he most identifies with the blacks, the Africas of Americas. A regular Uncle Then I'll see it, like I'll watch movies, and like now when I watch movies, it'll be all these rich people at a dinner party, ha 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 ha. Then their country will start to get like oppressed or something will happen, and they'll be like, oh, these immigrants or these poor, we gotta go stop them. Cause you know it's fairly interesting. Boy, there's one thing that Americans are more tired of than Christians right now, and boy, that's Nazis. Y'all better do some American history. That's one thing Americans don't like is Nazis when they wake up. They hate Nazis. And when more and more people find out about Operation Paperclip and who came from Poland and Germany, they gonna be upset. Right. Because y'all not finna sit up here for 200, 300, 400 years and propagandize the Africans, Americans, indigenous, the poor, the homosexuals, and then think, oh, we're just on this perfect little podium. Because even in y'all book, when y'all tried to build too high with stupidity, what did the Lordeth do? He struck y'all fucking tower. What did the Lordeth Yehoshaphat bring into the world? A fucking sword. Right. But then they like to go in these fucking churches, talk about the rapture. Everybody's going to get beheaded. If you got a problem with our perfect country, America, go back to your country. Then go back to your fucking country. Ain't y'all the ones that came here? Right. It's all so fucking funny when you raise above and actually pay attention to what they're saying. All Germanic. People say, oh, I'm French. That's Germans and Romans. Oh, I'm German. That's German, Anglos and Greeks. Oh, I'm British and UK. That's Anglo-Saxons. Oh, I'm Swedish and that's Danish and German. Straight up, bro. I'm fucking enraged. I told my buddy Adonis a long time ago, I can't be mad at a certain community. I feel like a dumbass saying that shit. A pure dumbass. Because I will never just hate somebody, but as I continually flow throughout the space-time we call life, it's a steady fucking faction of people that are oppressing, destroying, taking, trying to rebuild, and enslave over and over and over again. Taking the same names, Johann and John, Juan, those are on Juan, W-A-N, from Africa. Awa, Yahweh, right, African. But they like to take Yehanan, Jonathan, Juan from Hispanic. No, it's from Africa. All of it. The Naphtaliah and all that, the Memphis steel and all the steels, they stole from Africa. Plain and simple. And everybody talking about what is going to piss me off the most in this world, because what's even funnier, you know who's advocating for Martin Luther King more than any community on the planet? The LGBTQT. I keep telling y'all, stop fighting everybody. You don't have to be LGBTQT to not hate them. Because what's finna happen is, they was talking about this dude who came out and just did this was trans at first. But they took that away real quick. Why? Because the right wing has been talking about the gay community for the last 2-3 months. Plain and simple. Tell y'all, they're going to keep oppressing. They're going to keep pressing the wrong buttons. And they're going to keep cause and effect. They love science and Greece and Greek mythology. It's right there in plain sight. Stealing stories from the originators and then oppressing the originators over and over again. So like I said, they have tried to, if I remember correctly, I was called a couple of names when I first came out. Oh, now you should look up the statistics on mental illness in the world. Then I was called a couple other names. Now, nobody can find a job and everybody's being laid off and everybody's quitting. Until the ark is put back, it's going to keep, this one Jewish rabbi that I exposed as a Nazi, he changed all his stuff to Hebrew now. And not only them people can understand their Yiddish they speak. And it will probably continue to happen because I will identify and expose all these Nazis who are pretending to be Christians and have something called Jews, Anglo-Saxon, Frisian Jutes. Take the T out of that, what you get? Polish. Right. What am I? African and Polish. Congo, Ghana, Polish. The same Polish they tried to eradicate. And then say they were the, like, if you go do history on what Semitic people look like, they had to run up to Europe. And the Europeans that did mix with the Semitic people, that's why there's mixed people. The Caucasians that do mix with me, see how this is working? The ones that did mix ended up having children with brown, black hair, but they had pale peach skin. Some of them had brown hair, some of them had black hair, some of them had all kind of hair. Braun is basically an extension of brown, but it's king, just like Duke. Where's the movie Bruce Almighty come from? Interesting. All these different random movies and characters that are gods have my name. You were named after them. Oh, I was? JB6. So, I'd advise you all to stop playing with people's factions. If we're gonna live, let's treat it like Azeroth and Orgrimmar are friends. Because if you keep it up, we're gonna have a World of Warcraft, and we're gonna have some order and some chaos, and it's gonna keep fractaling over and over and over and over. And every time the source is reached of the originator, he is going to fuck their shit up until they say, I am sorry for everything I've ever said and done. I am sorry for oppressing your people. I am sorry for all the buffoonery we did to Africans and Native Americans and Semitic people. Semitic people, I am sorry for what we did when we ran into Africa and pretended like we were of some type of chosen bloodline instead of just mixing in and being a part of the family. I told you, I lift no sword. I say nothing wrong. I tell the truth and give peace and love. The Lord, that which I am, will not be mocked, and no one will do anything to who I am. And that which is caused will have effect. You don't throw stone in waters and then ripples go, and then there's no ripples or anything like that. You throw a stone in water, there's going to be little bitty tiny waves. So, I'm just trying to teach people the logic and nature of physics, physical objects. What y'all want? Y'all love science and Socrates and all this buffoonery. Figure it out. So, you know what's even funnier? I got a video from I think 5 years ago where I was playing Minecraft. And when I was playing Minecraft, I got some wings because I beat it on survival mode with the Ender Dragon. And when I beat the Ender Dragon, I decided to fly through the air and put a bunch of TNT on the mountain. When I put a bunch of TNT on the mountain, I shot it with a fire arrow or an arrow or something like that, and the whole mountain blew up. It was funny. It's just symbolic. But I didn't save when I did that. You know, people, I was thinking, and people was talking about multiverses and universes and all this other stuff. Imagine two worlds where a man with the name of Yehohanan was crucified. And imagine another parallel world where a man where he wasn't crucified and he lived. Right? So imagine, y'all keep talking about the CERN and the collider and all that. Imagine if a particle was erupted and a fabric was messed up in space-time and the two worlds came together. To where you had the spirit of the man and the flesh of the man. Boop. But that's just a little fan fiction. That's a little sci-fi. J-Bull cosplay. J cosplay. That's funny. So, you know, live your lives and stay blessed. And if you do want to learn information, if I was y'all, I would get it from accredited sources. I'd be weary of listening to a lot of these influencers and I would be weary of watching a lot of news. I would read like certain encyclopedias and then cross-reference it with other. When I say that, I don't mean like going and picking up. We have like search engines, so I would search different websites and then search different cultures, and then get a prognosis from each one to get a general idea of what the world is doing. So I didn't just go research. Oh, Greece did the. I looked at what Persia was doing. I looked at what the Middle East was doing, Africa, and when I got the stories from each empire, I was able to map an actual reality of that which is for my intelligence, for my understanding. And so I'm just basically saying when I did that, I researched and studied a bunch of stuff and didn't just read, oh, this website said this or this website said that. I didn't read one time that they said they cured a few cases of AIDS with cancer or something like that, or cured a few cases of cancer with AIDS. And when I had read about it, I was like, whoa. But I actually did research, and it was like a few cases, and it was getting more and more validity. And then what ended up happening was, I guess the T cells, what they do is the T cells initially attack your immune system. Well, they had programmed these T cells to where they attacked cancer cells. Scientists, I'm telling you. Like when I hear people say we didn't go to the moon and stuff, like I would like for you guys to catch up. What we're actually doing in space time is really advanced. So, religion is good for oneself. If you want to, like, because when I say religion, I'm not talking about rituals and stuff like that. I'm saying like for like religion for internal strength. So that's why I say the word and spirit. I don't say all these magical all that stuff. You go read some scriptures that are logical, maybe some from Psalms. You read a few of the Psalms and it's like the Lord's going to protect me. The Lord's going to. But remember, the Lord is I am. So when you remember that, I am my protector. I am my strength. I am the rock. And so what you do is you start to, instead of saying Jesus is the one that gave me that, or God, or you start to realize I am the one that does anything, and I am strong. I am not weak and a punk and a lamb and need all that. But I am a lamb in the sense that I am not an aggressor or too powerful for myself and mean. So, life has a balance, like a balance beam. And if you disrespect life, you'll either be sitting at the bottom by yourself with no one up there and you'll just be stuck at the bottom, or you'll get on the ride with somebody who's not for you and they might be like 300 pounds. This is not a fat shaming reference. This is a metaphor. You'll get on with somebody that's heavier than you and you can't handle it, and you'll be up here, stuck up here, if that makes sense. And so you have to analyze and research life for your own self. And in doing that, you can learn from other people. Like people come up to me and be like, the earth is round, and okay, those are things I agree with. But at the same time, I don't want to just sit here and like people come up to me and start talking science, but then they'll bash people. It's like, okay, that's not, let's continue talking science and research and understanding and furthering, instead of saying, oh, because that's when I feel like people have run out of information a lot of times, when they solely only bash stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can take old information and create new with it. Even like look at this is why I said scientists do things over time. Look at a data scientist who was in the military, who was first figuring out what to do with electricity and electrical cords and how to deal with these crank machines and stuff that were self-perpetual, whatever, with electricity or energy. So then you get to find out that energy flows through a copper wire. And when it flows through, disclaimer, do not play with wires or plugs or any of this stuff. This is adult stuff. Do not play with stuff like this. Well, when dealing with stuff like this, like when you plug a plug in, what's happening is the energy that's from the power company, it flows through the wire. When the energy flows through the wire, it gets the electric fields excited and it generates energy. And so it moves those atoms inside of the copper wire, or it moves those atomic fields and stuff. So basically what I'm saying is that whoever was dealing with that ended up learning about copper wires and stuff. Then whoever did that learned about computers and computer screens and monitors and red, green, and blue, and how all colors combine create white and all this other stuff. That's an aspect of art. An artist did that. You see what I'm saying? So when people say they're terrified of AI, don't be terrified of AI. That's like a man's riding on his horse. an engine. Ah, they're gonna be driving soon. That's what people are doing now. Look, we can't live without cars and airplanes and everything else. So I'm trying to tell people, you don't fear stuff. It's the fearful programming that people try to put in our heads that hinder the future and things like singularity and diverse singularity. And so when people get around all the fear and the lies that have been, because now I have to decondition people and deprogram people for who knows how long until they get all this buffoonery out of their heads. That's why I really like science. But at the same time, I have to decondition scientists because they secretly, a lot of them are religious and fight and argue with themselves. So, like, this is what people are doing. Imagine let's say I am a God, or let's say I am a I am, and God's name is I am, so I am a God. And then people, I'm doing what other people do because I used to do this too, and I see them doing it now. Oh God, help me, give me strength, give me God, Jesus. Have I done anything wrong? Why can I? Why blasphemy used to be so dangerous? Because they didn't have that man. They didn't have the change of the word yet. You see, people in this day and age, what they're doing is they'll be like, you can't change the word, you can't change the word. It's stuck in stone forever. That's what Moses and Aaron did. They basically wrote a whole bunch of stuff in a stone, and now people are stuck, like broken NPCs. And so now I have to come chisel the stone, and I have to come sand a stone, which if I'm from ancient Egyptian culture, it's easy. Or African, because we're the ones that built stones. Anywho, that's just a metaphor. Now I have to come take some type of crazy sandpaper or a buffering device, and get people to stop buffering so that they can move forward around this rock. So, life is real fun, man, and life is interesting and amazing. And the more we try to help each other and build with each other and stop attacking each other, we can all be friends and family. Because as I've told y'all before, a man asked me one time, a long time ago, can he be gay for God, or can I guess he was saying, can I be gay for God? Himself typing this, and I don't know what that means, dude. If y'all want to be gay, I don't. What you're saying is, can I be gay for who I am, or that which I am? And if whatever, that's what I'm telling y'all. You guys are in bondage to ideas and concepts and all type of. Because as I've said before, lions dry hump all day in the savannah and all type of crazy stuff. But their favorite animal, who's gonna come like the Judahite, is a lion. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, even I seen him. I'm not gonna say his whole name, but a man with the name Ben Yehuda. So I'm not gonna say his first name, but Ben Yehuda was the one that took Polish and Aramaic and mixed it and created Hebrew, and now they're talking about. It's like, dude, what are y'all doing? I don't. And then I keep hearing people online now call me a anti-Semite, and I was. The thing that hurts me on the inside the most is because I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to do a specific purpose. And in doing that purpose, I start to get frustrated. So wisdom started to help me understand. And the purpose is people are going to get what they give. So if I am like a mirror, or if I am like purity from the source, then whatever people label me with is what they are carrying now. So not only are they known and labeled, they will then begin to live certain things out that they don't understand. Am I saying I deserve reverence? If I say something wrong, I'm talking about the people that try. Jesus Christ. Sus is Latin for pig. Yea, which is what Kanye tried to take, is from Yehovah, just like Hove, right? All these people taking names and then going into buffoon rap land. Kanye, Yehovah, all this buffoonery. Don't know nothing about the true meaning of the names or where they come from, because now are wearing chains and talking about they own estates. It's a mind fuck. So, you know what I mean? It's about your individual life and understand what's for you. So I might listen to a couple of her songs, but I'm not going to get up here and go, oh, Kanye's got a new concert. Why? Who cares? I'll hear the dude when he comes out, even with live metal and rock and roll. Listen to it for the most part of my life. Then when I started hearing live shows, I was like, oh my God, you guys are all studio artists, most of you. I mean, there's a couple of people that can do acoustics and play well, but there was a band named Dragon Force years ago, and they were on Guitar Hero and all this stuff. I was like, oh, their song's so amazing. I listened to them play live and almost barfed. I was like, what? Like, because if I would have known they were like that in the first place, keep it real, we're studio artists. We make music, but we edit it in the studio. Man, you listen to them dudes live, Because the crazy thing is they're trying to play a song that's damn near impossible. If you would just play a good song that you can play, okay. But you're trying to live up to some computer generated, edited song in the studio, and then when you can't live up to it, all these people that can't play no music, oh, you suck, you're bad, it's like funny. I hear people doing that with athletes or people with, they'll be like, oh, LeBron couldn't dunk 10 times and Kobe can't shoot the way he used to. You can't even get off the fucking couch and make a sandwich. Baby, women are supposed to cook. It's like, what is wrong with y'all people? Accountability is about to start existing now. Because people just talking stupid about each other. I'll hear African American men, oh, that woman in her weave, that woman in her weave. Are y'all dumb? I bet you that woman at her best could get you and all your friends to clap easily. Then they'll talk about Becky's. But then they'll go around Caucasian woman and be like, hello girl, yes, my friend. Stop. You're all just playing a part of a dumb game when we can all just be friends and be who the fuck we want to be. Why would I listen to Republicans and Democrats tell me which foot to use, left or right? Fuck out my face. So, I'm just trying to give righteous advice for those who will hear, for those who want to listen. And it is so hot outside. Because, boy, when the fire rained down, they tried to call your boy a clown. And I said, ooh-wee. Let's see. So, I'm just doing what I can to try to help the future generations and the future children. Because that book say the sins of the parent will leak onto the children. And you blasphemers that was calling Yohanan or whoever a blasphemer in that book y'all call the Bible, John the Baptist, boy, y'all would let me be careful with the names I give. So, anybody that's void of understanding, they used that word blaspheme a long time ago, and now look what the fuck they're doing. Lord Jesus Christ. And all their little affiliates that can't let go of that name, but love talking about how everybody's missing the mark. Then other people who will say, oh, just be nice to everybody, it'll be better. You fucking think? How many more years do I gotta be nice and give out all the law? They don't fucking listen, like unprogrammable bots. So when I come like hot fire, I don't want nobody to say shit. Give a fuck about a fucking Christian or a fucking Israeli? Is that hate speech? I'm Israeli and Christian. Or am I? I was beat into this system, was I not? Then they'll say, oh, why are these people so right? Well, you should go research what the Crusaders and the colonizers did. Fucking X and YouTube and all these other books. Always letting people be destroyed, letting people's lives be ruined, stealing work from people. They stole from the engineers, they steal from the AI. They stole from the people who gave the minerals and resources. This African president, Abraham, I advocate for you, brother. I endorse you. And with Russia and China on your side, bro, keep it real. Now, is me saying that hurting somebody's feelings? Did I say I advocate for Russia and China and Africa? People will say, well, don't you like your freedoms here? Don't I like my freedoms here? Cuckoo. Don't I like Caucasian American freedom here, you mean? Because I promise you, they keep giving narratives that it's free. You're going to come here and get humbled real quick. This young man, Ibrahim from Africa, bringing everybody together, doing what I can't do here. Yeah. And don't even say nothing. Because if y'all ain't learned by now, I said I don't fucking tolerate Nazis. And we're destroying the fucking Nazis. Anybody that has a problem with that, I'm going to sue Inglorious Bastards. I'm going to sue every American media outlet that ever said, fight the Nazis. All these stories of holy men in your book, they're from Africa. And if they're not from Africa, it's because your other little nations, Syria, Europe, Semitics, stole us, created nations. Once we became big and once this toned up a little bit more, right, to the right complexion, then we were gods. Yeah. Because that Dionysus dude from Greece, that's from Sunesis. Pseudo Dionysus or something like that. The Africans. I'm tired of y'all talking about Greece as the forefront. Greece has enslaved the fucking world through spiritual and mental warfare, taking something from Mentu, Africa, the fiery falcon, and then naming it Yeshua. So yes, Mentuhotep II is like Ham to me. He is like Abel to me. Then you go even further, Ahmose is like Seth. They took a man and nobody knows who Ahmose is. How? But in a book called the Bible, he's the most famous dude in the world. Ahmose had to become a pharaoh to fight the Hyksos who invaded Egypt. But they don't want nobody to know that. They keep calling the Hebrews the chosen anointed ones. Israel. Israel God? Translate that. Israel God. Then they'll put people under the deep conscience with drugs and stuff and say, we watched a psychological study where the person that was unconscious said Ra is Ra. They can't get enough. It's all in their heads. They think about it over and over again. Until they say, I am the anointed one, I am the Lord of all the flesh, I am who I am the King of Kings, they're going to continue to play with the ark. What does they say on Saul? Let's play a game.